Hello, my friends. My name is Ron on As the Spirit Moves. I'm so glad and happy to be with you today. God bless you. I'm sure we're going to have a good devotion for you. And the purpose of this devotion is to encourage and build up one another. We all need encouragement from time to time. We all do remember that God is supreme control of everything that happens within our life. I got a story to tell you about a man named Bill. Now, Bill was a hardworking man. He worked construction. He was 55 years old, and he'd done rough carpentry. He'd make factories and hotels or whatever it was. That was his job occupation. Hard work, but satisfying. You go to work and you work a hard day, but you come home and when you come home, you unwind, you relax, and you feel refreshing yourself for the next day. But you feel satisfied when inside, knowing you've done a good day at work, and you've done your best to earn you money. And it's a good feeling of satisfaction within us, at least it should be. Well, Bill, he noticed that he started losing a few pounds. And he thought, well, no problem, because he's kind of heavy set anyhow, so it's good to lose a few pounds. But then he also noticed he was fatigued more than what he used to be. He thought it was just, I just won't worry about it. As long as I'm just going to go to work every day and mind my own business, and, I'll get better. Yes, I'll get better. And he felt fatigued, and he'd go to work the next day, he'd come home dragging more and more every day. He wasn't sleeping well at nighttime. Sleep wouldn't come easily. He was hurting that internal pain in his body. He felt like someone took a hose to him and beat him with a rubber hose. And finally, he started getting concerned because his fatigue was just too much for him. You got to be able to work a job and do it without being so fatigued you have to sit down and take too many breaks. So I went to a doctor and told the doctor his symptoms, and the doctor said, well, okay. And he said, I'm going to send you to a specialist. And he said, follow up with this guy and he'll tell you what's going on. So they'd done different tests in the doctor's office, and then sent him to a specialist. Specialist done some tests. And finally, when they got consulted with several doctors, and said, Bill, you got stage 4 cancer. You're dying. You got maybe 3 months, the most. We're not going to suggest you take chemotherapy because it's too severe, your cancer. If you took chemo may add another month to your life, but it will not be a good month. So what we're going to do is send you home with pain pills, strong pain pills. And in a couple months, when you get really, really bad, call us and we have hospice. Set up a hospital bed for you and come in and make sure you final days are manageable the best we can, of course. So Bill was upset. He said, this can't be. No. Doctors, yes. This is the way it is, and you know it yourself by the way you told me your body is feeling. As you have to accept you got 3 months, maybe less. So you need to set your affairs in order. So, he just walked out of the doctor's office, and he decided he'd just walk home. He had a lot of things on his mind. That's a lot to take. How do you take it? You found out you got 3 months less. You're hurting. You feel like you've been worked over every day. So he went to his factory. He told them the news. He had to quit. Yeah, he suggested medical leave. His medical leave, I'm dying. So he seen a bench in front of a church. And he was sitting there on the bench in front of the church, old broken down church. worn out building, and he was just talking to himself. He didn't know God or anything, but he heard of God, but he didn't know God at all. Why? What did I do so wrong? Why me? Why? So he looked in a church parking lot, and there's a car parked there. Probably belonged to the pastor. So he walks inside the building, and a pastor was there. Says, "I need to talk to you. If I can." And he just telling the pastor, "I don't know why. Why me? I've been nice to people. I've been kind. Why me?" Pastor said, "Why not you, Bill? There's millions of people that die from cancer every year. Why not you? What's so special about you, Bill? Then I'll start on other people." He says, "What about everlasting? After death. Where are you going after you die, Bill? There's a heaven, there's a hell. Where are you going to go? Do you know where you're going?" He says, "Well, I haven't given a whole lot of thought." Really, it's the way you need to give thought to that. So he laid up the plan of salvation. And Bill had to admit that he was a sinner. He'd done some very terrible things, as we all do. And, so he repented of his sins as Jesus came inside his life. He said, "Pastor, I don't know what to do, though." He says, "Yeah, I feel Jesus in my heart now, and they give me some peace and comfort. But I can't sit for 3 months and do nothing. I'll go crazy. That's too much time. I'm not used to sitting around. I gotta do something, but I don't know what. I can't sit there and twiddle my thumbs because it's always in my mind. You're one closer to death every morning you wake up. I can't get that out of my mind." He said, "I accept that I know Jesus died to give me a lot of peace, but still, I don't want to die." And Pastor said, "Well, you can come and talk to me as often as you want, and you got questions, I'll be glad to answer them the best that I can." And Bill said, "Pastor, I know it's your building. It's in bad disrepair. I mean, it looks bad. There's missing boards and pieces of lumber and this and that. The building looks very tired. You ever seen a tired-looking church? I have." He says, "I done construction," and he says, "I like to work on your shirts for my maid. I can't work very long, before I need breaks, but, if I can maybe work an hour or two, I'd be willing." And Pastor said, "Well, we got the money for supplies, but we haven't been able to pay for labor. So if you want to tinker around when you can, feel free." He says, "You may go outside and make a list of the building and things, supplies you need, and we have it here, right away for you to do what you can when you feel up to it." So they go out there, give them the supply list, and the supplies came in, and he would sometimes sit there for half an hour and work. And then he gets so tired. He put his tools away and just have to rest a long while. Sometimes he'd work a couple hours. But as he was working, he's pounding nails and cutting lumber, he started thinking about more questions to ask the preacher. And the preacher would answer his questions, and he said, "Pastor," he said, "I know I'm dying." He says, "But I don't want to." And the pastor was, "You have no choice. We're all going to die. Every one of us. It's the manner of when. And you made the right decision when you came to Christ. Don't worry about it. Just do as your best to do what you're doing throughout the day, and don't worry about it. Put it in Jesus, put it in his hands. Let him worry about it for you. Just do what you can do, or if you're comfortable, and it'll be okay. Even if you die, it'll be okay in the end." So he goes out there every day, and he's working, and some days he'll work an hour, and one day passed by, he was feeling pretty good, and he works like a whole day. And before he noticed it, wow, I worked the whole day. I mean, this is a month after he'd been given the diagnosis. He put in the first whole day since he'd been, off, since he'd been told the cancer scare that was in his body. A whole day. He said, wow, I feel tired, but I feel better though. So next month again, 2 months had passed, and he was still working on the building. All the boards that was replaced, he was painting it up and got all painted, and then he got some shingles, start shingling the roof, reshingle the roof, and he was making pretty good strides, And you remember the doctor said, when you get 2 months past the time, give me a call, and we have hospice come in. Hospice will set up a hospital bed for you, and we'll try to ease your trouble. Give you more pain medication, stronger pain medication. But sometimes Bill started feeling so much better. Sometimes you forget to take the pain pills. But he didn't think anything of it because he had his mind on godly things. He started thinking more about God and me and God's and finding maybe death is not such a bad thing. I'm going to be with the Lord forever. Or be with God, the Creator of heaven. That's not so bad. But then, about the 3rd month came along, he was feeling stronger. He gained a few pounds even. He says, I'm supposed to die now, I guess. He was talking to the pastor, well, but you're not. As Bill, well, we've been praying for you. We've been, lifting up your name, and we've been praying for you. Been praying that God would give you peace and comfort. That God may even spare your life. Who knows? Doctors said he was dying, but what did they know? It was proven he had stage 4 cancer. That was a proof. 4 months passed. 5 months, the building was looking so much better. It looked like a brand new building. So he started to take his tools inside, work the inside of the building. He was feeling stronger than ever. He felt like a brand new man. One day he came across this prescription bottle, and noticed it was almost full. He kind of slacked off and forgot about taking his medication because he was feeling a little bit stronger, a little bit better. 6 months went by, and he was feeling so good. It's like, I got to go to the doctor. I got to talk to the doctor. I mean, something's wrong here. So 6 months later, went back to the same doctor, the specialist. And the specialist says, you're still alive? You're supposed to have been dead now. I mean, that's how severe your cancer was. So he started doing some more tests and everything. And after all the tests, I said, Bill, I don't know how, but your cancer's gone. You're in remission. He says, how can I be in remission when I didn't take nothing but pain medication? Doctor said, well, I don't know. I see that you had cancer, but you don't now. As I know what it was, doctor, is the power of Jesus Christ give me a second chance. I'm going to take a second chance and do my best to serve God with a second chance. Friends, I want to tell you, no matter what goes on in your life, no matter what it is, God is in control. He can heal you. He can sanctify you. He can meet your needs. It says in Proverbs 3, 5 and 6, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Let me repeat that. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. A lot of things we don't understand. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge Him. He should direct our path. This is real life, my friends. Never limit God. Bill, as far as I know, he's still alive, back to work, feeling strong, worshiping God, praising God. How about you when you have problems in life? Don't limit God. Our Lord, our God can do what He needs to do, rearrange whatever in your life to help you and minister to your needs. We just need to go before Him. I just want to say that I hope you have a very good week, that God be with you, and God bless you, and we'll meet next time, if God's willing. Goodbye, my friends.